Hi, welcome at the 11th episode of Enterprise Mobility Tips. My name is Peter Daalmans and today I will show you a tip around enhanced password protection. Passwords are often hard to remember. In my last Enterprise Mobility tip, I showed you how to enable self-service password reset. This can help you in changing your users' behavior to choose simple passwords like shown here in the screen. Because easy guessable passwords can be a huge issue in your environment. For this, Azure AD has options to add enhanced protection of your passwords. And enhanced password protection helps you to get rid of those easy guessable passwords. Microsoft has a dynamically list of known and bad passwords and keywords, which are not allowed to be part of any password at all. For instance, I deliver a training, and in preparing the training, I often create a global admin for the students to be used. After a while using the same password, I noticed that I was not able to use this password again because it was a password which was used regularly. And Azure AD identifies this as a bad or a known password. So it was added to the dynamic list and I wasn't able to reuse this password anymore, which is of course a great. Besides the list that is maintained by Microsoft, you can also use your own custom passwords, and it can contain up to 1,000 items. Items that are maybe more familiar to your company or are easily guessable from the region you live in, etc. etc. So make sure to add those terms also when using this feature. So let's have a look at this password protection feature. Here we are in the Azure AD Admin Center. If we go to Azure Active Directory, we move down to Security in the menu, and then under Authentication Methods, we will find Password Protection. And in this password protection, we have a couple of options. So part of the password protection is the smart lockout feature. And this enables you to lock out your identity from a certain IP address if, for instance, a password spray is happening. Normally what would happen in Active Directory if somebody tries to log in a couple of times via Exchange on-prem, then your account would be locked out for an hour or half an hour. To prevent this behavior, because this would lock out a lot of users just working and doing their daily job, Smart Lockout only locks out the account from a certain IP address. So if a password spray is happening from a certain IP address, and after 5 times of trying guessing the password, it will be locked out for 60 seconds. After a try is failed again, it will be locked out for a longer time, and the seconds are being added up every time a try is failing. We can, like discussed, also add the custom list of passwords you want to ban for your company. And for sure, the first 4 are added to the list already, but you can add your own phrases, your own keywords if you want to do this for your environment. If you have an on-premises Active Directory, you can also integrate this feature with the Active Directory on-premises via installing an agent which help you also secure your on-premises Active Directory. So, how does this work? In the tip 10, we discussed the self-service password reset from the out-of-the-box experience. So let's do this again for user Bob. And for user Bob, we will be trying to use just a simple password as part of the self-service password reset. And we'll see what will happen when we try just a simple password. So we have to wait a couple of seconds to get the self-service password reset experience again. So here we are back in the self-service password reset experience for Windows 10. So user Bob, we're still trying to reset this password, and we need to go through the verification steps. So let's use the same as we used in the 10th edition of this Enterprise Mobility Tips. I need to add the phone number. And next I will be called by Microsoft.
Thank you for using the Microsoft sign-in verification system. Please press the pound key to finish.
I need to press the pound.
Your sign-in was successfully verified. Goodbye.
So I've pressed the pound key, and the first authentication method, verification method was approved. So next I need to use the Authenticator app again and approve the sign-in. So let's just use a easy guessable password and see what happens. And there we see that unfortunately your password contains a word, phrase or pattern that makes it easily guessable. Please try again with a different password. And this is really easy to help your users selecting the right passwords. So if you want to use the enhanced password protection, go to this URL aka.ms/deploy password protection, or go to my blog, and then of course, like always, if you have an ID, go to user voice, Microsoft intune.uservoice.com, config manager of configuration manager.uservoice.com, and make sure to vote or submit IDs. Again, the product groups are actively using this as a platform to make the products even better. So thank you for joining me today. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Get connected via Twitter. Hope to see you soon online. Stay healthy, stay safe, and see you next time at enterprisemobility.tips.